Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. I'm back. Been away for the week. Did a nice little review before. It was a new brewery called Project Brewing out of Rowville in Melbourne. Their West Coast was a little, but their red IPA pretty good. So yeah, back into the American stuff now. We've got some hype. We've got a very green. So yeah, Treehouse, one of their popular beers. I've had the green, but I haven't had the very green. So I think now I've probably had about maybe half a dozen beers from Treehouse, and yeah, they've all been banging. So this is known as an American double IPA, and the percentage is good question. I cannot find it on there anywhere. It honestly doesn't say on the can. That's interesting. So yeah, cool can artwork. I took a nice photo of it in amongst a pine tree. It looked pretty cool. Yeah, I've always enjoyed their sort of like old school Japanese art, the slanty tree house sort of thing. Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty excited for this one. And cheers to those in the chat. We've got Paul. Good to see you, mate. Adam, welcome back. And Disco. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. So 8.3% according to Untapped. I've got my posh glass, my Denver and Wiley. Let's get into it. I haven't really drank much this week, and then tonight I've had a few, and I feel a little bit tipsy. It's a good feeling. When you haven't drank as much as you normally do, you sort of forget. You'll sort of lose a bit of tolerance. But yeah, it should be a good weekend. Got plenty of reviews to do, heaps of hype in the fridge. Fuck, this looks good. Looks real good pouring into the glass. Woo! Look at that. Dense, hop saturated delight. So it's sort of like what would you say? Like a burnt orange. It's that sort of in between yellow and orange, but sort of like I don't know, like a dark sort of colour. Looks, I'd say, full bodied, about a 4-finger head. I've got a blowfly hanging around me. It's driving me nuts. Very opaque, so as hazy as can be. Carbonation probably medium. Go away, fly! I'm gonna smash it. Yeah, let's go a whiff. Oh, it smells amazing. Cheers, Stewie. Good to see you, mate. God, that smells good. So it's sweet, but not too intense. I would say it's got like a white bready backbone, tropical and citrus. I'm getting like mango, pineapple, passion fruit, orange and grapefruit, like fresh cut grass, like my backyard today. It just smells like there's the IBUs would be very low, like very little bitterness. Just very compact, like man, it smells so good. I'm so keen for it. Cheers, buddy. I've got the hat to suit the beer, very green. There's a slight touch of tartness. And as far as like the fruits go, like the citrus, it's more sweet than pithy, but there's some pith as well. But yeah, just it's a juice bomb. It's a huge juice bomb, like predominantly citrus. And yeah, just I can't get over like just smells like it's got no bitterness at all. Anyway, I'm a thirsty boy. Time to get in there. One of my bucket list beers for a while, so let's do it. Cheers, boys and girls. Mouthfeel elite. Ooh, I get like a little touch of berry. There's even like a slight touch of dankness. Maybe a little touch of bitterness on the finish, but very, very light. It's very juicy, quite complex, but yeah, as I said, like compact, like so many flavors all coming together and like nothing really popping out more than others. Very smooth and creamy mouthfeel. The body's amazing. It's like what I've had from like Fidens. Um, yeah, as far as mouthfeels go, as far as breweries in the states, I feel like Treehouse, Trillium, and Fidens are sort of probably top tier. Anyway, let's check some comments out. Everyone saying cheers. Cool. I've got the new disco beer from Range in the fridge, dude. I'll be reviewing that probably in the coming week. And yeah, as far as ABV goes, like hides the booze very well. You'd think you're drinking something in the high sixes, low sevens, I reckon. Here he is, the puzzled fisherman. Good to see you, Stewie. Yeah, they're very secretive about their hops. Sort of cool though, I reckon. Leaves you guessing. Yeah. So they have a couple of locations, these guys, but Charlton's their original. It's meant to be a really cool spot for a beer. The only shit thing is they have a limit. Like if you go there, you're only allowed 3 pours. it's like a thing, so it stops people from getting too messy or like drink driving and stuff. But yeah, just imagine if you're someone that travels all the way to the States to go to Treehouse and yeah, you can only have 3 of their beers. Cheers, Joey. Good to see you, brother. I was going to join you earlier on Funky Uncle John's, but bloody Matty J's been doing my head in lately, and he joined, and I was like, no, I can't be fucked joining there. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Yeah, she's Friday night here, nearly Saturday morning, and yeah, I haven't done a review all week, so I've been hanging for it. I was sort of hoping people would do lives, but yeah, like it was very quiet. So I've been at home, and yeah, just because I've taken work off sick, like I haven't been able to sort of do much, and so, yeah, it's been a bit frustrating. I was starting to get pretty bored. But yeah, if my I think my I've asked for 2 weeks holiday leave now, so hopefully that's been approved, and yeah, I can just do whatever the fuck I want for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah. The barbecue joint down the road's meant to be good. A lot of people will have a couple of pours at Treehouse, grab their takeaways. Well, normally they grab their takeaways first, have a couple of pours, and then go to the barbecue joint down the road. But yeah, it'd be cool if they have decent pizza there. Nah, this was my last one, dude. Um, yeah, I've sort of done a couple of different orders, and most times I've got, I think as far as Treehouse goes, I've probably got 2 cans each time. I don't think I've got any more from them. No, I don't. I've still got a few brew hosts. I've got a North Park. Yeah, a couple of others. I've got some really good Aussie shit at the moment, like some like birthday limited release beers and some real big like Hope Brewery out of Newcastle, north of Sydney. They do these limited edition beers, and they're all massive, like I think 10 to sort of 13%. One of them's a West Coast, one's a red IPA, and one's a black IPA. And I managed to get all three, so I'm thinking of doing them as a side by side review. I'll be pretty pissed after I do that. Cheers, Brett. Good to see you, brother. Yeah, I only tried them for the first time about like when I started my channel, pretty much just over a year ago. So I've been really lucky the last few years. I've tried some absolute bangers that I thought I'd never get to try. I have like worked hard to get them or paid good money to get them. So Coolio. I've caught up. Let's pour some more of this delight. So I think so far probably the favourite of the Treehouse beers would have been the King or the Emperor Julius. Probably the King from what I remember. But yeah, this is definitely up there. I can't really fault this beer too much. It's banging. Looks amazing, like that nice orange colour, like the lacing's phenomenal. It's full bodied, smooth and creamy. It's got that nice, like bready backbone. Yeah, a bit of tropical, bit of citrus. The only thing that would probably make it even better would be some pine. It's got everything else that I want. Yeah, I had the option to get that, but I'm one of those people when it comes to hazies, I hate any additions to them. Mountain Culture at the moment are doing this fruit series, like fruit added to hazies, and everyone's raving about it, but I don't know, I'm just not a fan. I just can't get into them. I just want the beers to be the four core ingredients and none of these additions. I'm all for additions in certain styles, but just not in like IPAs. What, just the way I say it because of my accent, or the fact that I'd utilise it all the time? I'm all for Jello with chunks in it. Cool. If someone was doing a hangout tonight, I would have been keen as, but I don't know. It's been a bit of a letdown the last few nights. It's like I couldn't go live on my own channel. And it's like I just want someone to go live, and no one ever was. Like even Miscellaneous was hardly going live. Um, I don't think Tanner did. I don't. I think Alex might go live tomorrow, which is no help. Yeah, it was just like all the times I had available where I could finally do stuff, and no one was sort of doing anything. Even Angie, like I only ever seen her go live once, and it was when I was having dinner. So yeah, cool. A lady friend, hello. Can't go wrong with a little spirit and a lady friend. Yeah, definitely. But the fact that I've been home all week, it's like, yeah, the time difference didn't really affect me. It was like anyone could have done a stream at any time and I could have joined, but no one was doing anything. Yeah, that's the thing. You guys don't go live till fucking ages. It's like there's no way I'm going to stay up for another 6 hours. I may as well just go to bed and wake up again. It got to a stage where I was always like putting myself out to hang out with everyone else, but like I didn't feel like it was getting like no one was really doing it in return. Craig did it a few times, but yeah, now that Craig's sort of not drinking much, yeah, it's like I don't really sort of if I'm home and I'm not doing like night shift and that, I feel like it's sort of shit. Yeah, I was intrigued by that brewdog beer you did. Like, yeah, it was like fucking massive. Like 20, was it 27% or something? And I was also wondering who the brewery was that was the collab brewery. Yeah, yeah. So that's just one thing that doesn't interest me at all. I mean, I've never really been a big gamer. I don't mind playing games occasionally, but watching it, it's like I couldn't think of anything worse. There'll be times where my algorithm, I'll be like in the background doing cooking or hanging out with the dogs or something, and all of a sudden my algorithm will bring up some gamer playing something and shooting, and I'm just like, oh, like just the noises, like it infuriates me. It's like, how do people watch this shit? Yeah, no, well, that's normal. I normally get up at that time anyway and get into it. I know Simo and Rob are doing like some sort of stream together. But yeah, it's at least tomorrow I know I can just do whatever I want and not have to worry about anyone from work watching the channel and yeah, sort of wondering what I'm doing. One of the breweries here in Brisbane, they've got some sort of yeast from a traditional Egyptian beer, and like it's meant to be like fucking centuries old, and they're like hyping it up massively. Like it's probably a pretty average beer, but just the fact that they've been able to reactivate this old school yeast. And it's like, fuck, I wouldn't mind trying it. Apparently, there's only like 300 bottles. So, yeah, I've been sort of looking into that. It's just annoying because they're in Brisbane. And, yeah, like if I want to buy that one beer, I'm going to have to pretty much buy like another sort of five of their big beers as well, just to for them to send it to me. Yeah. What's poker face? Cheers, Sean. Yeah. Oh, the Brewdog one. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, it wouldn't be worth something like that because it's like we have Brewdog here in Australia, so like there could be a possibility that we get it here. Plus, I just think there's so many better beers out there than something like that. When it's 27%, it's like, is it gonna be that tasty? I had one of the when they had the smaller brew dogs in the cans that were like in the 20s. I had the green one. It was fucking like, yeah, it's hard to drink because it's so boozy. I remember having it before an Arctic Monkeys gig. I just like chugged it before I went into the stadium. Yeah, definitely something you need to share. I remember when Geordie had that other Scottish brewery, heavy beer. He's absolutely fucked, and he only had like a real small sip of it. Maple syrup. Now I feel like pancakes with maple syrup. That's one thing that's good in a stout, maple syrup. Bourbon barrel aged stout with some good Canadian maple, very enjoyable. Yeah, that's the one. You probably get maple where you are, do you, buddy? You're up in that area where they've got those sort of trees. Nice autumn look. I had bacon and eggs. I've got these. I cook little English muffins, and I have bacon, egg, cheese, and like a hot sauce, and I call it the McSmallies, as in like because you get the McMuffins from McDonald's. The McSmallies go all right. I had two of them this morning. I don't normally cook a good breakfast like that, but yeah, if I'm on holidays or the occasional weekend, it's like fuck it, let's go all out. Yeah. That's one thing. The quality of the bacon I had was pretty shit. One thing with us at the moment, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I have heard that in America that the price of eggs has gone up, but at the moment in Australia, a lot of the egg shelves are empty. It's like real bad. Like there's been heaps of videos like on trending where people are complaining that there's no eggs in the supermarket. It's like when there was no toilet paper during the pandemic. Thankfully, I've got a fresh pack of 12 in the fridge. Yeah, that's going to be awesome tomorrow morning, cooking up bacon and eggs and then getting stuck into the beers. Yeah, what is that because of one of the is it to do with one of the like bird flus that's going on at the moment, or I'm not really sure what it is. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Shit, that is cheap. Yeah, I think ours have only gone up slightly, but they're really like high in demand. They seem to be like you'll go into the supermarket one day and they're all there and it's just normal, but then the next day it's completely empty and you're like, fuck. 12 down, delicatessen. 16 across, haberdashery. Stewie's been doing crosswords lately. I'm going to be honest, Stewie. I think this beer is better than a 4.7. Yeah. Communism. This beer is spectacular. So yeah, obviously if I'm ever in that New England area of America, Charlton, Mass, Treehouse is one of the first places I want to go. And my 3 allocated pours will be a very, very tough decision. They've probably got like these awesome fucking lagers and fruit sours and that. But if I go there and you can only have 3 pours, there is no way I'm going to have like a lager or a fruit sour. It's going to be like impy stout, probably a big triple hazy, and then probably another impy stout. Or you're not going to go for a lager. There's no way. They could have a Roush beer and I still wouldn't go for it. It's just so stupid. Like if you've got if you've come all the way over there and you're from another country and you've got an organised driver and you've like got somewhere to stay, someone's driving you there and like taking you home. I just don't understand that you can only have 3 drinks there. It just seems like ridiculous. Big time. Australia is in a very bad spot at the moment. I feel like Australia and the UK and Canada are all going down a very, very bad road at the moment. All the Commonwealth countries. I don't give a fuck about free healthcare. I'm a young, healthy boy. Just give me cheap beer and give me somewhere to live for a reasonable price. I don't want to pay $2 million for a shithole house. Where is your last comment? Ah, so you're sticking with 4.7. Is that what your last comment was? Anyway, I'm going to pour some more and then save some for a photo. I do love that can artwork. It matches my attire right now. Black shirt, green hat. But yeah, pretty sick. It's like a treehouse man's like, ooh, trying to scare someone. I love it. But yeah, as I said, I've now tried probably, I don't know, at least 6 to 8 treehouse beers and they've all been banging. And yeah, this has probably been one of the better ones. Very, very enjoyable. Cheers, buddy. Thanks for chiming in. We'll see you again soon. No doubt, probably in a couple of hours' time. Yeah. Have you had very green, Adam? Be interested to see what you scored it. It's like very bright, very complex. Just so much going on. It's certainly up there. It's top tier. It's elite shit. But yeah, when it comes to IPAs, I've only ever given maybe one or two a 5 out of 5. And yeah, when I first had Equilibrium, straight out of the laboratory, was just absolutely mind blowing. I had it air freighted, fresh on tap. It was only like a couple of days old, all the way from New York to Melbourne. It was just fucking unbelievable. And then every time I had Equilibrium after that, they were always like spoilt and fucking terrible. So yeah, this is up there. It's just not quite as good. So I'm gonna give this a 4.8. I think it's a very exceptional beer. Like delightful mouthfeel, awesome like white bready malt. It's like well rounded, but like so punchy with flavour. Yeah, you're getting like tropical citrus. It's a true delight. Yeah. So yeah, 4.8 for this delight out of Massachusetts. Very green. I love how they do that. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's known as an American double IPA. It's weird how it doesn't have the ABV on it anywhere. Quite surprised by that. Like sometimes you're like, oh, it's just hidden, but it definitely isn't on the can anywhere. They give you very little info at all. So yeah, another delightful American beer. Cheers, Rob. Good to see you, brother. You and Simo are doing a show later on. I see. Oh, so you've got 5 Treehouse in the fridge. Oh, that's awesome. What ones have you got? I've had very green, I've had very hazy, I've had Emperor Julius, I've had King Julius, I've had Julius, I've had the 12th anniversary. That might be it, I think. That's probably about 7 or so. But yeah, all banging. Definitely the hype is real. They're a great brewery. No doubt about it. And like people have said that they think they've dropped off a bit since they first started. I mean, they may have, but in my opinion, with all the awesome breweries I've tried worldwide, they're still definitely elite level. Who's live at the moment? I want to share a beer with someone. Good to see you, Rob. You're doing like what are you and Simo doing? Some sort of like you're sharing a particular beer. I just remember seeing it coming up, and it's got the picture of the two of you. I can't remember what it was. Was it like mystery beers or something? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I do have something super hot that may be reviewed this weekend, but I'm keeping that one under wraps. Let's just say I had nearly had to give up a kidney to get it. Yeah. Oh yeah, cool. That's what I thought it might have been. Putty. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I better head off. So yeah, as I said, 4.8 out of 5. Absolute stonker of a beer. Yeah. Can't really say anything else about Treehouse. If you get your hands on any of their stuff, give it a go. They're banging. Yeah, this is one of their sort of hyped beers. So very lucky to try some of the stuff I have the last few years. But yeah, thanks for chiming in, peeps. And yeah, if someone's live out there, I might join. Highly unlikely though at this time, but yeah, if not, I'll be around the time Rob and Simo and that'd probably go on live. Have a bit of a nap and yeah, be into it again. So cheers, peeps.